Yo, Belcock, Dark Lord Odin. What's up, you guys? How you doing? Biolucker, Jarhead. Hey, guys. Hope you're having a good one. Got to do our 2 fails to get our free units. Oh, we got a Renok. And Westworld Shuri. Aka Hades to tank. Hell of a start. All the 3 people that ran ER Lionheart Cermia are in shambles. I hear it's an insane patch, man. We'll go over here in just a few. I searched for E7 patch notes and saw that you were live. Hell yeah, Alfonso. I'm disappointed there's no ops. Oh, no Opsig. Oh, so sad. Poor Opsig. I don't remember these carbuncles. Am I doing... I'm doing freaking challenge mode. Why am I doing challenge mode? Oh my god. Okay, we have to stop effing around. I didn't realize I was on challenge mode. This is not good. Okay, Mercedes. Tank up. Mercedes and the Rangers in the back. What do you do? Okay, you actually start in the back so you engage late. That works. Strange that we're not getting any artifact changes. Really, no artifact changes. That is a little strange. Pretty consistent so far. I get 15% at every single burn till entry 2. Good enough. Let's see. Hey! Consistent 1-turn clears? Good job, man. 2 entry clear, but good enough. It's a 2 entry clear. Nice though, man. 2 entry clear is still better than hunts. Still worth doing. Oh my god. Okay. That's good. Let's get it back to normal mode. There's no reason for us to be doing that mode yet. Let's see. Wasted one of my entries. Isn't it strange? SG doesn't play their own game. They need time to see how the current arties interact with their buffs. Nah, I mean, he means it's strange in the sense that they usually have artifacts on the list. It's unusual for them to have none, right? All right. Rabino and Shuri in the back and Victorica in the front. And you know what, Corinne? Join them in there too. Let's put you over here. You can sneak around. Get them. Every game, apparently the devs don't play their own game. Here's the thing, guys. They do test. I'm not kidding. I'm not capping. They do test. They do play their own game. They maybe don't play their own game for fun, but they do play. They have test servers, and they check to make sure everything's working. They check for interactions, and they try to do their best. But here's the thing. Let's say there's 25 people working on testing the game. And I think that's pretty fucking generous. I think there's probably a fraction of that. But let's say there's 25 people doing it. Who's more likely to find a bug, exploit, or interaction issue? 25 people or 125,000 players? So yeah, a lot of times when we find a game-breaking thing, it's because it's pretty easy to have 25 people not notice something that 100,000 people catch. So, to be fair. Ooh. Big upgrades. I'll put this thief up here and we'll flank him on both sides. Oh, look at the flanking. Look at the flanking all the way around the back and murdered. That carrot didn't stand a chance. Yeah, it's kind of crazy they made OpSig really, really good in Brawl. It was like we all said we wanted her to be good. We just actually meant in the game, not in a mini game. People have been asking for buffs on her for a while. Yep. For quite a while. They nerfed it, Sabu. They nerfed normal. I hear challenge is still hard, but they nerfed the difficulty down significantly. Not yet, Blackheart. We are going too soon. Where next specialty changes? They've really slowed down on the specialty changes. I think they realize that they're very hit and miss, and that people don't really seem to care that much. And more importantly, they don't seem to make money off of them. I don't think so, but I think the currency goes away, but not your constellation setups. But we're also going from beta into actual full version, so they may do a whole ass reset on the whole thing to retool it. It's all kind of up in the air, but I'm pretty sure the currency that you could spend in the shops go away, but not the currency that you could spend to upgrade your constellations. I think that's going to be permanent. I think it's a lot like Heart of Orbis, right? If you don't collect the reward at the end of the month, it goes away, but your roguelike tree build up, all the points you put in that, all that stays. I think that's the general plan, but I'm not 100%. Nobody's 100% because Smilegate didn't give a lot of details on it. That's just what it looks like. Too much information, Darren. How you doing? Okay, another Glen. Ooh, another Ranger. Yeah, I like this. Get him. That ignore ER with fear is really good. ML 5 day? What'd you get, Darren? What'd you get? Go ahead, make me salty. Tell me what you got. Hey, you have Spez, ML Kayron, Sea Lilius, and Pavel. Are all of them good now? I'm a 2-month-old player. We're going to find out, man. We're going to go over the patch notes. I hear that at least some of those guys got buffs. Today you got ML Leica. One day she'll get a buff, Rostafarius. One day she will get a buff. Dupe a Euphene by 1 to build 2. Yeah, 2 Euphenes is great. Having a damage one and a tank Aureus one for anti-cleave, very nice. I've been getting matches with Bossarunka, Harsetti, and it doesn't feel fair, but Mort is dunking on them for some reason. It's because Mort is insane. Congratulations. I got Witch, Etheria, and Archdemon. Are they good? Yes. Yes. Both of them are very good. Archdemon is good in PvE as well as PvP. Her, guaranteed dual attack on her S1. Her ability to seal was nerfed a little bit. Not nerfed, but lost a little bit of its oomph when New Moon Luna came out, but her dual attacks are insane. And Briar Witch Etheria just turns off the ability to resurrect units. Now be careful, it's double-edged. She turns it off for your team too. It turns the entire mechanic off for the whole fight. You can't bring things back to life, but they can either. So Briar Witch Etheria hard stomps Holy Sacrifice, Arbiter Vildred. She's the whole reason you don't see Ruel's and Maid Chloe's anymore is because of Briar Witch Etheria. Totally turns off Ray's mechanic until she's dead. Woo, Politis! Get your asshole in here. Oh my god, guys. We'll mow over this Arunca. Let's go. I'm not sure if I saw Sue's streams yesterday, but galaxies are not a scam, apparently. Yo! Was this Sue's pull or was this your pull? One of the most important units in the game. Congratulations, man. So maybe he's still playable in RTA, like ML Ken. Mort is not just playable in RTA, he's meta in RTA. Mort is crazy good. What do I think Lionheart needs to be good? A Zodiac change. Her stats are just terrible. More damage too. Maybe make her defense buff not strippable. That would help. Oh, you meant Lionheart? I've just had, people have told me certain things about the patches, but I've not really gone in depth on them yet. Need one more. I know Lionheart's on there. I know Opsig's not on there. I know there's no artifacts. I know they're crazy. They're supposed to be really good, which is expected, right? Because the pre-World Cup patch was lukewarm because they didn't want to change the meta up that people had practiced and trained in too much in advance of the World Cup. They wanted us to be familiar with the meta going into the World Cup. And now that they're doing a change that happens after the World Cup, they're going nutso. So that's par for the course. Glenn, get in there. Okay, where are we? Rank 19. We can do one more level and then we'll buy a bunch of stuff at rank 20. Man, look at the freaking damage that Robin's doing. Very nice, Robin. Pulling your weight. Okay. Lia. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. Bellion is so OP in this because if you have 4 knights on the team, knights stun, and since Bellion is AoE, sick. So let's look at 4 knights. Where's our knights? We need one more knight to get the stuns. I really don't have any other knights. That's just terrible. Ooh, Witch Tenebria. I think she's a mission, so let's get Witch Tenebria in play. And we need more knights. I want to get rid of 3 stars in case there's a synergy I want to do. Get rid of Aka Hades, transmit. No. Give me another knight. That's nice. I really wanted a knight though. No and no. Oops. Give me a knight. Give me a knight. Give me a knight. Oh, come on, game. No. No. Screw it. We're just doing this. That's not a knight. That's not a knight. There's a... No, it's the same knight. Give me a new knight. Oh my god. You know what? Fine. I didn't want a knight anyway. Get him, Tenny. When are the patch notes supposed to come out? 2 weeks after reveal. So what's 2 weeks from today? Like August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, somewhere in that range? Better Tenny, better says. Oh, we got OpSig, guys. We got OpSig. Okay. OP Sigrid, you get in there. And what is OpSig? She's one of these clockwork gear units. What does that give me? It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Let me see. What synergy should we work on? I got the 4 horsies. Hang on, let me... I gotta go check. I wish there was a way to check this without having to save and leave. Win with OpSig and... Oh, never mind. I guess I'm all done with my freaking synergies, so... I've lanced to the 10th round or higher in Brawl. So it's got to win 3 times with OpSig and then just get to round 10 and yield 3 times and we're done with normal. I am craving they rework her for the next balance patch. Leica for greater attack? Yeah, sure. I got Witch of... Oh, I already read that, didn't I? Is this not scrolling? I got Witch of Etheria and Archdemon. Are they good? Yes. Yes, Azex, they are very good. Archdemon is a little bit difficult, but okay. I was like, did I mute out there? Okay, Leica. Ooh, S imprint Leica. Fine, we'll play Crow. God. Okay, so you can go into here and Laya. I don't really have a place for Laya. Another knight would give me 4 knights, and I really want 4 knights. So 4 knights. Fighter Maya. Robin's doing such good damage for me, though. I guess her damage is kind of shit now. Okay, Robin, you're going out. That gets me my 4 knight synergy. And I need to get my artificial machine in, so that means Marrow's got to go in. Two Rangers. Okay, this is the team I take to the end. We're locked in. I pulled Phantom Politis on my free Moonlight Summon. Congrats on winning the game, Unknown. She's amazing. With ML Ras coming around, I'm not sure if she's worth the pity. Tenebria is not worth the pity if you don't care about RTA. Just going to say it right now. After seeing all the testing, see all the gameplay, if all you care about is Guild War, Arena, and PvE, you skip Tenebria. Now, if you care about RTA, she is fun. She is usable. I think she's way more valuable in ladder, in tournament, and lunatic mode. I'm sorry. I think she's way more valuable in tournament and lunatic mode than she is in ladder. She is really strong in ladder, but you've really got to know how to play her. And you got to have the gear to build her right, and you got to know how to work her into a team. I think she's debilitating and super, super strong, but she's not just a play. She's not just an Empyrean Ilanov. She's not just a Harsetti. She's not just a Fallen Cecilia. She's not just a mash buttons and win unit. You got to know what you're doing. So, that said, now I think you know whether or not she is a must pull for you or not. So that's up to you guys. She is stunning, absolutely stunningly beautiful character. But that's kind of my take on her. Mileage may vary. Is Sea Lily good after the adjustment? I'm sure she's better. We'll go look in just a minute. So that's my take on whether or not she's worth the pity to you. Those are the questions that you got to ask yourself and then make the decision. I think for 90% of the players in this game, she's not worth the pity. But if Ross comes out and it turns out he was just a NPC art asset and the next unit is ML Ervalin, I don't want any of you guys coming to me being like, Tristen, Tenny was perfect and you told me to skip her. So, yeah, I'm giving you guys what you need to know, right? How important is RTA to you? How important is tournament high-end climbing? Do you have the gear? All those questions you need to ask yourself. No, Tristen, no. Tristen, no. Tristen, what? Tristen, yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying words, but you know it's not real. You know he's not free. You know he's not an NPC. You know I just hit that button instead of transmit because they're too close together. But yeah,
Initiating protocol.
I would actually think ML Ras is a paid unit. Yeah. Yeah, like, well, my honest opinion on it, ML Ras is the next ML5. He's a paid unit, and you will be able to buy his imprints with gold transmit stones. Because Chapter 6, Episode 6, Origins episode, it needs a floor boss unit, and we don't have one. He's the logical replacement. Man, those extra coins were crazy. Man, look at OpSig not getting a single freaking... Everybody else is triple S. OpSig's just chilling out here at B. I wish there was a way to get her onto this team, but I don't see a way to do it without bricking synergies that I like. Oh, wait, I can get rid of a knight. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it's over for these guys. All thieves or marksman is the way to go. It's normal mode, dude. I'm pressing a button and winning. I'm just trying to get my reputations done. And right now, the only reputations I need are complete with OpSig. And, hey, OpSig finally got some bonuses. Complete with OpSig and, beat level 10 several times. Come on, almost everybody's triple S. We just need oh, no, now we just need OpSig and Victorica of all things. Come on, show me an OpSig, show me Victorica. I'm bored with this, I'm bored. How go to the rewards from this mode? They're very good. It's worth doing. It's like a half hour to your day. It's not that hard, and the reputation rewards are stacked. There's even an imprint in there. Is Lethe getting a rerun soon? I strongly suspect that within the next 2 weeks, they're going to announce a custom group summon that you could pick up Lethe or any of the summer units on. That's what I think. Oh my god, we're just short. But yeah, guys, look at these rewards. Gold transmit stones, tons of friendship boxes, lots of charms, these mod boxes, and then on the challenge mode, there's a mirror of paradox, which is a unknown slate for Witch of the Mere Tenebria. Sitting right here. There's a whole bunch of summons. There's a cool little emote. More charms, tons of charms, more mod boxes. Good stuff in here. The imprint, for people that have Tenebria, free imprint's pretty pog. So yeah, worth doing. And it's free. It's totally free. You get 3 free entries a day, and that's all you need is the 3 free entries per day. After you used all 3, it's paid entries. Don't spend it. 20 days long, 3 entries a day. It's enough to beat this thing like 3 times over. I've only been playing. It's day number 2. It's day number 2, and I've already got all but 2 of the reputations done in normal mode. By the end of next week, I'll have all of these done too. Pretty easy. We'll do 1 round of Vampire Survivor for me, and then we'll talk about the patch notes. I gotta read the story to unlock it, don't I? We read this, hell, I voiced this with Sue last night. You can go check out his VOD if you want to see that. It was cringy and horrible.
Mr. Wolf, can you show 'em Lily build? Got her today.
I was like, Lily, like in Etheria? Yeah, there's 2 different ways to build her, and I have both, so give me 1 second here. No, I voiced Hua-Yong. Ronald. Two popular ways to build Empyrean Ilanov: damage build on Elbrus and protection set build on Rise of the Monarch. So this is your typical damage build: 28k health, 1500 defense, right? Bulky and tanky, but with a lot of destruction, a lot of crit damage. You don't have to worry about speed really at all. She gets plenty of speed push-ups. In fact, I might change these boots to HP main boots to really make her ugly. But I don't know, this worked fine for me. And then the anti-cleave or stat stacking build is the protection set build. Shit tons of health and defense, and you don't worry about anything else. Just tons of HP and defense, and she's just there to stop shit from working and to never die. And that's pretty much it. Those are her 2 builds. I'm sure there's other niche builds out there. Darren is saying there's also a Lifesteal Arius version. Yeah, there's a Lifesteal Arius Last Rider Crowd, 2 very, very niche, rarely used MLM builds, and you can definitely cook with it. Okay, Aram's warm-up. Oh, do I want the Lego blocks? Dude, she is fast. Holy shit, she's fast. She's zooming. Oh my god, she's zooming big time. Let's poop out Lego blocks for these guys to step on. Come on, get in a big line, big line. There we go. Speakers or tubes? Let's go with the speakers. I think they'll synergize well with the Lego blocks. This makes my Legos stick around longer. Oh man, roller skates. She's gonna be so fast with the damn Legos. Roller skates also go with the sword, right? Let's go with the sword. Roller skate. God damn, I'm zooming now. Can't catch me. Bigger speakers. Bigger, all bigger Legos. Water spouts, we need some range. Here, boss, step on a Lego. Ow, don't hit me with a sword. Yo! I'm not okay, guys. Healing potion! I guess this one. Beach ball or bananas? Let's go with the beach ball. It's the energy bar. Sucks, I'm not gonna get the sword. Better. Let's go with better. More hearts. Holy shit, she's zooming. No! Yeah, I get fucked. Oh man, 3 Legos for them to step on. Brutal. What kind of asshole leaves Legos on a beach, man? Everybody's barefoot on a beach. It's diabolical. Morning, Brave Tony. Sorry, hard to split my attention between running around on the beach and reading chat. If I'm ignoring you guys, just deal with it. Yeah, baby. Max Beach Ball. Or better speaker, Max Beach Ball. The beach ball's doing work for us. Speakers. Magnet. Oh, dude. We went from Legos on the beach to thumbtacks on the beach. Oh my god, that's savage. Here's some thumbtacks for you, boss. Step on these. Oh, I got so excited about making him step on thumbtacks that I ran right into him. We don't have enough for a full summon yet. Oh, God. So, guys, patch notes. I don't know which one of you was that told me these weren't coming out till the 25th, but I woke up and I was like, I've been bamboozled. I've been hoodwinked. I've been fooled. I've been cheated because the patch notes are here. 8.6 bounce patch adjustment preview. So we get to talk about what is happening. Now remember, before you get super overhyped, these can and have changed in the patch in the past. Nothing is set in stone until August 6th when they release. So if you think some of these suck, or some of these don't go far enough, or some of these are overpowered, let them know in Stove. They listen to your feedback and they make adjustments where necessary. But let's check out what's coming to Epic 7 in August. Now, the last patch was pretty mid, because it was the patch leading into the E7 World Cup, and they didn't want to rock the boat too much. All these people had trained and busted their butts to get into the E7 World Cup, and they didn't want to change the meta that much. They wanted it to be a familiar meta, a familiar style of gameplay, so that those of us watching the World Cup wouldn't be confused. Like, I didn't know the unit did that. So it was a very lukewarm, boring patch. And that's been the tradition. And then they make up for it with the new patch, because these changes will not impact the World Cup. These are happening after the World Cup begins. So now we get to see if Smogate really brings the fire. So the balanced patch adjustment targets, we have got a metric F-ton of heroes. We've got Moonlight Sez, Moonlight Baal, Moonlight Lilius, Moonlight Cermia, yeah, baby. Buff the Rev Heads, Moonlight Pavel, about time. The 25th attempt to make Kayron usable, Moonlight Luluca. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ML5 heroes. Nice. We got limited Festive Eda. We got Flan, limited Summer Charlotte. We got Mui, Lilibet, and Sharoon. So we've only got 4 RGB units. A lot of people said, hey, wait until the balance patch to see if any of the changes impact who you're going to use those Dash Event selector tickets on. So I guess Mui, Flan, and Lilibet are really about the only options for that. Hey, Joe, thank you for the raid. Guys, we'll let you in on a little secret right now. If you click follow on Joe 5K right now, you will have a chance to be following the newest official content creator for Epic 7. Congrats, Joe. Glad you made it in. Welcome to the program, brother. All right. So as I was saying, Flan, Mui, and Lilibet and Shroon. They're the only ones that are getting changes that you can get from these selector tickets. So we'll look at those a little more intensely and see if that changes whether or not you pick those units up. And also for 4 stars, Challenger Dominial and Inferno Kawazu. What we don't see on this list for the first time in a long time is no artifacts are being adjusted or balanced. But that's okay. This is a lot to sink our teeth into. Let's go into what is changing. First is Specimen Sez. So, guys, this fan keeps blowing my hair into my mouth. Give me a second. That was driving me nuts. Specimen Sez, the guy who can kill anything in the game if it's stunned, is difficult to use because he takes a lot of setup. You got to bring stun units along with him, worry about immunity, make sure things don't get cleansed, and the whole while making sure your Sez doesn't die before he gets all handsy with the enemy. So what have they done to make Sez more viable, more RTA PvP ready? Because remember, ML units, that's kind of their niche. You want them to be PvP viable. So Dreamy Iron Mace, they are increasing the effectiveness of the attack by 50%. So that's nice. This is his attack that has a 50% chance to inflict stun. So if you don't have a stun unit, if your stun units get banned, at least he has a chance to stun himself. And the biggest issue was the things you wanted dead, you sometimes couldn't stick a stun on. It's a pretty high ER meta nowadays. So giving him 50% free stun or free effectiveness to help the stun, that's nice. That makes him definitely more usable. Evil Claws. So we'll just look at the After Awaken. We're removing the 60% to chance stun for 1 turn and replacing it with an 80% chance to stun for 1 turn. So not only are we giving him some effectiveness, an effectiveness buff on the Dreamy Iron Mace skill, but we're also changing this from a 60% not very reliable stun rate to an 80% reliable stun rate. And remember, this attacks all enemies, so at 80% you're gonna stun something. And on top of it, we're granting increased attack to the caster for 2 turns, and oh my god, 50% combat readiness increase. Oh, and he gets the effectiveness here too as well. Great googly moogly, guys. Sez is back with a freaking bullet. So what's going to happen here is Sez is going to use his AoE attack, stun half the enemy, and then shoot halfway down the CR bar, so he's got a good chance to take a turn again. He's got the effectiveness to do it, and when he shoots halfway down the CR bar, like, well, yeah, but it's only halfway down the CR bar. Somebody's going to kill him. Who's going to kill him? They're stunned. So all he has to do is lap. With that 50% push, all he has to do is lap 1 or 2 of those units and he can erase them. Plus, you got the rest of your team helping out too. This is a crazy buff that's going to make Sez terrifying. Also, note the before granting increased attack to the caster, he now has a self-built-in attack buff. That means you can get rid of artifacts that buff his attack and replace them with other artifacts. Be very aware that Sez does not need a lot of damage stats. One of the biggest mistakes I see with Sez, Specimen Sez, is people build him with shit tons of attack and crit damage, and he doesn't need it. If the enemy is stunned, it will die. Even if his stats are trash, even if you got 2,500 attack by 230 crit damage, he will still erase almost anything from the game that's stunned. So you can build him tanky, you can build him fast, you can build him fast and tanky. You can give him enough effectiveness that with this effectiveness boost, you're going to absolutely stun and obliterate high ER units. So consider actually trying to build him more support, more sustain kind of a build, more speed, more tankiness, all kinds of stuff, because if it's stunned, it will die. The only reason to put shit tons of attack and crit damage on him is if you want him to get handsy with things that aren't stunned and have a chance to kill there, but you don't need a lot of beef on this guy. Trust me. Try building him with less attack, with less crit damage. Who cares if you do 80k damage? Drop the attack and crit damage down and do 40k damage, but make a more viable, sustainable Sez. I think this change is going to make him an absolute monstrosity. Lightstorm, you know what? Why don't we just give him some life steal while we're at it? Building into what I just said, build him super, super tanky. This guy's a tour de force bruiser now. He is a bruiser with an execution button. Think of this guy as like a Apocalypse Ravi, but he's got a Watcher Shuri S3 built in when things are stunned. It's that level of insane. I think this is a big W for Specimen Sez. I think people who pulled Specimen Sez, who are feeling kind of about it, like, I don't know, he's good, but he takes so much setup in a controlled environment like Arena, maybe. But I think we're going to see some Sez out there now. He is a terrifying pick with these changes. You better have immunity. You better have effect resistance. You better have Aria, or he's going to run over you. There's nothing in the game that can stop his lightning storm attack when they're stunned. All right. Sage, Baal, and Sezon, because yes, we needed to buff a unit who was already insanely good and didn't need a buff. What are we doing to Sage Baal to make Cleaver's lives even more miserable? He went from dispelling 1 buff to dispelling 2 buffs. Okay, great. Now you can't nest immunity, so it's even uglier. Oh, and grants an extra turn. You know what? Why not? Why not? We're just going to use Cloud of Ruin. We're going to clap a little bit, put everyone to sleep, and then we're going to go again. So when he goes again, you'll be using either his S1 or his S2. His S2, Eye of Death. The problem with Eye of Death is is that Baal's health had to be low for it to do any kind of appreciable damage. It was like Ice Crow. You had to take a lot of damage or else it hit like a noodle. So you always kind of saved this. So they have changed it so that they're getting rid of when the enemy is defeated, inflicts silence on all remaining enemies and before recovering the full health of the caster. They're changing it to when the enemy is defeated, extends debuff duration of all remaining enemies by 1 turn. Okay. And damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's lost health. This was his Achilles heel. You couldn't use this until he was really, really hurt. Damage dealt increases when the target is inflicted with sleep, and damage is proportional to the caster's health, not lost health, but his max health. Mother of God. Okay, so he takes a turn. Everybody goes to sleep. Damage dealt increases when the target is inflicted with sleep. Damage is no longer based on lost health. And when he kills, he extends debuff durations by 1 turn. Everything stays asleep for 2 turns. Holy shit. He went from being anti-cleave to being ultra, super, ultra, mega anti-cleave, or even being used by cleave, because he just puts your entire ass team to sleep. And then he kills something, and you build this guy with a ton of health. They basically said, hey, you know what would be cool? Let's give him Dark Corvus's S3, but make it do more damage when the enemy is asleep. Oh, and then we'll let him have 100% chance to put everybody to sleep. And they can't be immunity nested under it because he'll strip. Oh my God, guys. So high effectiveness, high HP, and really good speed. I mean, my Baal is at 270 speed already. So he's going to cut. Unless you like Euphine Politis me, he's going to cut. So yeah, this is crazy. This is broken level strong. I think Baal is going to be an absolute terror. If you don't like what's happening, if you don't like what the enemy's doing to you, just whip out your Baal and Sezon and stop them from their shenanigans. Man, can you imagine this guy and ML Tenebria? It's a debuff meta, guys. It is a debuff meta. Have fun playing control. And by playing control, I mean watching the fight. All right. So 2 super strong, super powerful fights. And not a lot of synergy between Sez and Baal, but still really, really good in their own right. Conqueror Lilius, who was at one point in time the strongest unit in the game, the unit that people said needed nerfed, the units that Smogate came out with units to deal with Conqueror Lilius, that buffs happened because of Conqueror Lilius, and then she fell off, mostly because of a dead, drowned girl. But what are they doing to bring Conqueror Lilius back into the game? So they're getting rid of the decreased combat radius by 25% with her S2. And they're just replacing it to a non-attack defense break. Do we have a non-attack defense break in the game? Is there anybody that applies a non... Flan? Boomir and Flan. Okay. Oh, yeah, Flurry. I forgot all about Flurry. Okay, I guess we do. Still, this is crazy because non-attack defense breaks go through pen and or go through evasion. And I don't care how much your Flan dodges, you get a defense break on there and she will die to a miss. So that's actually a non-attack defense break is pretty heckin' strong, and the redirect provoke is pretty crazy too. And if you soul burn, instead of it's a 2-turn, it's going to be a extends duration of debuffs by skill 1. Okay, so it becomes a 2-turn defense break and a 2-turn provoke. So it's basically the same thing. It's basically still the 2-turn provoke. They just reword it in a way to make it a 2-turn provoke and a 2-turn defense break. Very, very nice. And for honor, this is where she walks and talks, guys. Grants vigor to all allies for 2 turns. And hey, look at that. The biggest thing that C Poly had over Conqueror Lilius is C Poly pushed the enemy back as well as giving the perma buff. Now, Conqueror Lilius is the flip side of that coin. She pushes your team up, C Poly pushes their team back, and then they both give their special buffs. So this balances her. This brings her in line with being every bit as good as C Phantom Politis. It's just you're going to use her in teams where vigor is more important to you. You use C Poly in teams where enrage is more important to you. C Poly does still have the edge of the resource reduction. That's going to make C Poly higher tier than Conqueror Lilius. On a tier list, Poly's still going to be in the S tier. Conqueror Lilius might move out of the B tier into the A or even the S tier because of this, but I still am going to rate C Poly ahead of her. But this does make her situationally better than C Phantom Politis. So this is going to be really, really good. And again, yes, a very busted pick for Lunatic mode as well. Not that these will be in impact for the World Cup, but in future Lunatic drafts. Guys, Lionheart Cermia. Where's all the verbiage? All these guys got like paragraphs and tons of green and red text. Where's my Lionheart Cermia buff, guys? It's okay. Good things come in small packages. What did they do? So she increases her defense far from over. This is her non-attack skill where after a dual attack or counterattack happens, she says it's far from over and gives herself the defense buff and the effect resistance buff for 2 turns and increases her combat race by 20%. They're changing it to increases the defense buff and immunity for 3 turns. Oh, immunity! She gets immunity too. They're saying screw effect resistance. We're giving you immunity. That's nice. That's really nice. For 3 turns, that's doubly nice and increases. Oh my God, 50%? Holy smokes. So she's just going to take a turn. You could build her a lot slower now, and she's just going to take a turn. Dude, they did it. They did it. They got that crappy Pisces constellation off of her. Pisces is terrible. Literally, I'm not kidding. Go look it up. Go look it up. 4-star units get more stats from Pisces than 5-star units, with the exception of effect resistance. And who gives a rat's ass about effect resistance? I don't even know what Aries does, but any sign difference is better than Pisces for her. So this is what I said she needed. She needed a constellation change. This is great. So now she's going to have some real stats. She's going to have a self-built-in immunity. You can still go with the ER versions of her if you want, but nobody really cared about ER Cermia. That was a tech that died out years ago. This is going to let you build a strong nuclear Cermia. A 50% CR push is going to help deal with things like Abyssal Euphine being on the enemy team. I mean, even when Euphine's on the team, it's still a 25% push. It's better than the 20 she used to have. This is great. This might be all she needs. Guys, the redheads might be back. So this is great. This isn't the insanity of Baal's change or the mind-numbing control of Specimen Sez's change, but this is the change that she needed. This is a very good and balanced change, and I think we're going to see Cermia make a return to the meta. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 home runs so far from the balance team. I'm blown away. How we doing for Mr. Pavel? Commander Pavel. When obstacle elimination happened, he used to get a 50% CR push. Now he gets a 100% CR push. and they're boosting his damage. So here's the thing about 100% CR push. Why not just say an extra turn? Extra turn is different than 100% CR push. You can be cut on this, but this is going to make it easier to build him speed-wise. You can build him slower and run more damage up, and more damage and soul burn increased damage. We still have the issue of Empyrean Ilanov hoses penetration. What's her name? Queen Diane hoses penetration. Penetration is so hurt right now. This is a raw damage increase, and we'll have to see how much the damage is increasing, how much the soul burn damage is being increased, to see if it's enough to overcome how much this is harmed, and if it's going to be enough for him to shoot through things like Baal Luluca and Fallen Cecilia. And I mean, people are building units with 30 and 40k health now as a standard. Units that do 25k damage used to be tank busters, and now they're just tank ticklers. So if the damage increase is enough, maybe we see Commander Pavel come back, especially with that CR push. But I'm going to wait and see camp on Commander Pavel. He was one of the best cleave buddies you could take. And mostly it's just as soon as you snuck a Pavel onto the team, they would slam Empyrean Ilanov and then some other Arius unit, and he just didn't do enough. So maybe. I'm putting Commander Pavel in the wait and see tier. This could be great. It just depends what they do. Usually when they say damage dealt increase, it's only a few percent. But every once in a while, they get a little unhinged with the soul burn damage deal increase. So we'll have to see what they do with this guy. Twisted Eidolon Kayron, who is competing with Melissa for the most balanced patches to make him actually viable. So what did they do this time to try to make Tekron a usable unit? Sunder and Slash. They're giving him injuries, inflicting up to 10% injuries with Sunder and Slash. Yay, more injuries. We love that. Tankdown is weeping. God, Tankdown is weeping. I just noticed that. Opener unit turned him from a tank down tool into something that can F over tank down. Control unit puts him to sleep and can tank bust. Tank bust anything, bust and control unit. All this stuff is kind of shitting on tank down a little bit. And not with the exception of Pavel, there's not a lot of meat on the bones here for cleave either. So far it has all been for aggro and standard, which is good. Those are right now we've got two styles of play. We got tank down, we got cleave. It's nice to see the aggros and the standards get a little something for their plates. So injury. Hooray for injury, and Wandering Eidolon now dispels all debuffs from the caster before giving 100% combat readiness push. Sick. So built-in self-cleanse, so no more locking him down with buff block. Sword of Requiem. This is where he gives the enemy team a good fisting. We're still doing the 5k, 15k. We're not increasing that flat fixed damage, but it was a successful attack. We'll do the extra 5,000. Now we're doing the extra 5,000 regardless of whether or not the attack hits or not. We just hate Afternoon Soak Flan, don't we? We just hate Afternoon Soak Flan. Boom! Boom! Holy shit, guys. 15k damage AoE. Buy cockroach passives. Buy Afternoon Soak Flan. Buy Spirit Isoline. Buy Renak. If you can get this guy to pull a trigger, all of those damage limits units are dying, even when they're hidden behind your Bossarunkas. When this skill is not on cooldown, grants 30% damage reduction. We gave him some mitt. We gave him some general mitt, not just it's got to be versus a crit. We gave him 30% mitt versus every kind of attack. What do you think, guys? What do you think? It makes him a tech pick. Funny that Techron is now a tech pick. He is somebody you're going to want to take into those cockroach passages, into those damage limits. It makes him more functional and usable. He's not going to be a first pick unit. He's not going to be a pick unit where if you pick, the enemy goes, I guess I top right. But he is a unit that late into the draft, when they are dropping Bossarunka and then they're hiding a bunch of squishy nukers in the back 40, you can lock this guy on 3 and suddenly that guy has to pivot heavily, or it's just Bossarunka 1v4ing your team because everybody behind her died to Techron's fisting. I think it makes it good enough. It's not going to make him broken, but it's very balanced. And I love the tech pick because that is a problem right now. You go and look in Arena, you go and look at RTA history matches, you're going to see Bossarunka, and then you're going to see a whole bunch of bullshit heroes in the back 40, right? You're going to be seeing your Renox and your Spirit Isolines and your Afternoon Soak Flans, and they are all toast to Techron. So he solves a little bit of a problem that we're having right now with cockroach passives being hidden behind stealth. So I like it. I think it's a good change. It gives him a job. It doesn't make him broken, but it gives him a very good job. He is a usable tool for your toolbox. Oh my God, the most impactful unit of 2020. The unit that if you didn't have, you didn't get champion RTA. The unit that everybody wanted. Everybody's pulling for, top model Luluca. The unit who had a steeper... She fell off harder just about any ML5 in the game ever. She was the best of the best, and the fashion industry is brutal, and now nobody cares. So what did they do to dress up top model Luluca and make her get our attention again? So Energy Blast, when used on the caster's turn, has a 40% chance to grant an extra turn with the same skill. This is their S1 skill where you had a 40% chance to just double tap, and I think you could soul burn to make it automatically happen. They don't mention it here, but I'm pretty sure the soul burn on this automatically made it happen. But yeah, it was RNG. Now they're changing it to now they're changing it from Dust Devil to RNL. Right? Wait, when used on the caster's turn, and then so it's no longer used on the caster's turn. It's no longer when used on the caster's turn, it's just it can happen. So when she S1s, there's a 40% chance that she just S1s again. So when you dual attack with her, right? Hey, thank you, Bumblebean. So yeah, now this works on dual attack and extra attack. So you can run her with, I don't know, maybe Conqueror Lilius, or Archdemon Shadow, or Para, or Para, Sea Politis, anybody that dual attacks, and there's a 40% chance to double tap with this skill, which again helps going through cockroach passives. I don't think you're building her on counter set, guys. There ain't no way. She's too fragile. Okay, I mean, that's interesting, but I'm not sure I care. I'm really not sure I care that much. It's nice. It's definitely a buff, but I'm really not sure I care. So hopefully the S3 is better. When the caster's speed is at least twice that of the target, penetrates the target's defense by 50%. When the caster's speed is at least twice that of the target, penetrates the target's defense by 50. I mean, that right there tells you aren't going to be building her on counter. You're going to be building her on speed. So we're giving her an extra 50% defense pren. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's kind of weird. Twice the speed of the target is brutal, and you're going to have to pay attention to the CR bar. That means if you build her 300 speed, and that's not easy to do. A 300 speed top model is good gear. She only gets this pen when she is hitting things that are 149 speed and slower. Not a lot of things are 149 speed or slower. And if they are, I'm not sure the 50% pen is going to be enough. Now, if a speed buff impacts that, that's a different story. If speed imprints and speed buffs impact that, and I would assume they do, I would assume it's not a snapshot at the start. I think you're going to have to get a speed buff on her to have this really be usable against anything. Now, 30% speed buff, that would take her to theoretically 390 speed, and that would mean you could go as low as what would that be? 150, 140, about 194 speed, and she gets the nuke. This is very conditional. You'll need 194. You'll need a speed buff to be able to nuke things. 194 speed, and this is implying you want to use her with dual attackers. It's not like she's got any kind of built-in dual attack. It's not like there's any artifacts that give her built-in counter. It's not like she gives herself a counter attack buff. Maybe I'm missing the big picture. Maybe I'm missing the grand design. Oh, yeah, good point, Sora. A slow debuff on the enemy would also work. A slow buff combined with a speed buff, and she should pretty much get the penetration on anything if she's built fast enough, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm not so sure this does enough, but I guess the people out there that top model cleave, maybe they'll find some uses. I think if you top model cleave with C poly, you could maybe pull some things off, but you still have all of the issues that go with top model cleaving. But maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'm being too critical. Maybe I'm underestimating the power and beauty of what she'll be able to do to the enemy team with that nuke skill. You remember, you're not worried about nuking the fastest unit on the team. You're worried about nuking the damage dealers, and a lot of times they're hidden in the back. So, yeah, you know what? We'll give it a try. I will put her tentatively in the wait and see. I'm skeptical, but I'm an eternal optimist when it comes to all things Luluca, so hopefully she is good. Festive Eda, the stinkiest unit in the game. According to Sue, she lived in a cellar and ate rats for years. There's no way this unit smells good. Hate on him, not on me. Festive Eda. Festive Eda was already insanely good. It was just people didn't know how to use her. And a lot of people slept on her, but she was actually pretty good right out of the gate. So I guess they're going to give her stuff to make her really, really, really good. And this is our first hint and indicator that summer reruns are coming back, because why would they buff this unit unless they're getting ready to monetize this unit? That's right. So let's see. Festive Eda. They're getting rid of her 75% chance to blind, and they're replacing it with a 40% chance to stun. So half the chance, but significantly more debilitating debuff. Okay. Why not just give her, greater, what is it? A greater Abyssal Crown, right? 40% chance. Everybody say, it's only 40% chance. Abyssal Crown is only 30% chance. Okay. Grants an extra turn. You know what that means, right? Abyssal Crown, Abyssal Crown, Abyssal Crown, Abyssal Crown, over and over and over. It's only a 40% chance, but bam, 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 bam. Just keep doing it till it sticks with your soul burns. It is a 20 soul burn, but you can multi-tap her just like you could with just like you can with a Maid Chloe to try to get the bonk stuns. All right. Okay. It's okay. It won't show. So her wet t-shirt skill, what are we doing here? We're getting rid of the Dispelling 2 buffs, and we're getting rid of the 50% combat readiness decrease, and we're getting rid of the 85% chance to defense break, and we're replacing it with decreasing combat race by 50%, and inflicts an additional damage proportional to caster's max health. We're making her an HP scaler. It used to be she would strip and decrease the debuffs before a chance to defense break, and we're just changing it to just the pushback and inflicting damage proportional to caster's max health. So we're making her an HP scaler, which will make her easier to build tanky. Okay. Wait, you can't? What can't you? Why can't you soul burn? Oh, god damn it. I read the red as the green. Well, we'll edit that out in post-production. I still think a 40% stun is worth more than a 75% chance blind. And yeah, they removed the extra turn, but were you really soul burning for a 75% chance to blind? Were you really soul burning this to blind? I mean, Smooth the Soul Burn somewhere where it's more useful. 40% chance to stun is fine for an S1 skill. Pretty damn good for an S1 skill. We're getting rid of the Dispelling 2 debuffs for reasons. Okay, so we're nerfing this. We're oh, wait. Dispels all debuffs and grants shyness. After attacking with shyness, dispelling 2 debuffs. Yeah, why, guys, why do we have dispelling 2 debuffs in here with dispels all debuffs? God damn it, I can't read. Dispel. I'm here to lead, not to read. Okay, so there's no reason to dispel the 2 buffs because we're no longer defense breaking with this skill. Because we're no longer defense breaking, who cares about dispelling? We're just ramping up her damage proportional to her health, turning her into an HP scaler, and we're still keeping the 50% combat readiness. So yeah, just cleaned this skill up a little bit, made it a little less complex. And I think that might have been the reason people didn't use her, is like because she was a complex unit. Let's give it a try. Okay, so we're getting rid of the 85% chance to silence for 1 turn. We're getting rid of the 100% chance to buff block for 2 turns. And we're getting rid of the ability to reset the skill. And we're changing it to dispelling 2 buffs before an 85% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns and a 100% chance to inflict silence for 1 turn. And if you soul burn, it ignores ER. Oh my god, guys, the dreaded ignore ER, making all of you effect res builders out there feeling even worse. So this is pretty good. They moved her defense break off of her S2 and onto her S3. They made her S2 an HP scaling nuke. Oops. They made her S2 an HP scaling nuke and a combat readiness push. And they made her S3 a guaranteed silence and a somewhat decent AoE defense break. A lot of people say, why 85% chance? Why 85% chance? Because they're removing 15% down here. This is the same as a 100% chance without ignore resistance, right? Because if you're going to get 15%ed, you technically are at 85% chance. So 85% chance with ignore ER is fundamentally the same as a 100% chance with absolute resistance in play, except this is even better. This is even better than a 100% chance because you don't have to worry about the effect res check. You get past the hard 15% check, and it really comes down to just your ER or your effectiveness versus, or sorry, it really just comes down to the skill procking. You don't have to worry about, will this stick on, you know, a Ruel of Light? Yeah, it's going to stick on her as long as you make the check, because you don't have to worry about resistance. So it's actually pretty heckin' strong. And the 100% silence on an ignore ER, disgusting. Will it make her better? Will it make her usable? Now, she was always usable, and her kit has changed, but it hasn't changed that much. They've just made it organized in a way that makes a little bit more sense. They gave her an ignore ER. The biggest change I see in this kit is the damage proportional to HP and how hard that's going to hit and how viable she will be as an HP scaler. There are not a lot of HP scaling units that use speed set. So all you guys out there got all these speed gear pieces that are HP heavy, kind of a useful unit for it. I don't think this is going to change her usability. I think the people that were using her are still going to use her. The people that are using her a lot might complain. I don't think this is going to change her. I don't think this is going to make her pop up in RTA. I don't think she does enough, but maybe I'm wrong. It feels like a side grade, right? It feels like it cleans her kit up. It makes it a little bit easier to understand the order of operations. Please read the S1. Attacks the enemy with bubbles. A 40% chance to inflict stun for 1 turn. When the caster is granted stealth, increases effect chance by 25%. What am I missing? It's a 65% chance when she is stealthed. Yeah. That's a pretty fucking heavy stun. It's a good S1, but you gotta conditionally get stealth on her, which isn't the easiest thing in the world. She's a mage. She doesn't have any built-in stealthy artifacts. Does she have any skills that give her stealth? She has built-in stealth. Where's her built-in stealth? I don't play this unit. Oh, her passive that isn't shown here is stealth. Okay. At the start of the battle, at the end, God damn it. At the start of the battle, and at the end of the turn, grant stealth for 1 turn. I'm learning all about Festive Eda today. I still don't think it's enough, guys. I still don't think it's enough. 65% stun on S1 is really good. Yeah, she's stealth at the start of the turn, and that lets the S1 do a 65% stun. But you're probably not using this right out of the gate. You're probably launching in with these skills here. You're getting the CR push. You're putting your defense breaking and silencing everybody, and then once all the shit's done, then maybe she will do this. And if you dual attack, maybe you'll stun too. But I don't see it. I mean, she is a really good unit and a debilitating and difficult unit to fight against, but there are so many sharks. It's no good being a gigantic fish when you're swimming with sharks. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see how well this pulls her together, if it really changes her usability. I'm not convinced. I think it's a side grade. We'll have to see. Oh my God, Flan, my favorite cleaving unit back in the day, but she's just too slow to keep up. What are they doing to Flan? 75% chance to dispel 1 buff is changing to a 75% chance to defense break. Sick. Damn. Okay. And changing from unhealable to increases skill cool. Oh my God. So we're giving her a skill cooldown smash and a defense break. This makes her a significantly better cleave unit than she was before, but it makes her more vulnerable to immunity. Or sorry, she's still vulnerable to immunity. You can't defense break without a strip. And she's still kind of slow. Here's the thing. If Flan gets a speed EE, suddenly she's going to be like Ahmed level used. But until Flan gets a speed EE, I don't think anything's going to happen. It's hard to build her with over 300 speed. Yeah, I know. She's already got an EE, so yeah. Unless they come out with a rework to her EE to give her speed. They've reworked exclusive equipment before, right? Right? Not the main stat, but it's possible. She needs something to get more speed. A Zodiac shift, an EE change, or something. Because right now she's just too damn hard to use. She's not fast enough to be a cleave opener in this meta. And even if you build her fast enough to be a cleave opener, are you really going to go into the fight just hoping and praying that the enemy doesn't have immunity on every single unit, making this skill useless? Abso-fucking-lutely not. There we go. Freaking scammers. Are you really going to go into RTA hoping that the enemy has no defense buff? I'm sorry, hoping that the enemy has no immunity. Trying to roll back their skills, hoping that they don't have immunity. I don't think this does anything. Maybe I'm missing the bigger picture on Flan, but I think this one's an L. I think this is a change for change's sake, and people who are wondering if Flan should be a unit that they pick up from their selector tickets, probably not. Oh, and they did adjust her EE. That's hilarious. After I said maybe they'll adjust her EE, but they didn't adjust it to give her any speed. So increase buff dispel chance Okay, so they made her defense break a little bit more reliable. It's an 85% chance to defense break, but it still doesn't have any kind of strip in it. So yeah, still not usable. Cleave in shambles, no flan for you. Oh, summer break Charlotte. So here's the thing, right? Eda was on last summer's summer event. Charlotte was 2 summers ago. So how are they going to monetize this Charlotte? Are they going to run both summer reruns? That's kind of weird. So what's more likely is that we're going to see a custom group summon or maybe a special group summon for the summer units. That's possible too. But those of you who are wondering why they're giving us all of those limited time bookmarks, okay, goddammit, I can't find my tinfoil hat, but I'm telling you, I think it's because we're going to have some kind of custom limited summon banner show up. Okay, expect it. Expect either a summer group summon or a custom group summon or something where you're going to be like, now I can get my Frida, now I can get my Eda, now I can get my Charlotte, now I can get my Etheria, now I can get my Seaside Bologna, something like that, right? And you're going to need bookmarks, and I think that's why we're getting those special summon tickets. Just kind of bank on it before you go nuts buying everything else in this game. That's probably coming. So what are they doing to monetize Charlotte? What are they doing to make her a worthwhile unit to have? So instead of a 60% chance to defense break, we are kicking it up to a 75% chance to defense break. Disgusting. And instead of increase the combat range of the caster by 25%, we're oh my god. Get fucked, Harsetti users. Zeo S1 into Summer Break Charlotte. Whole ass team goes up 20% and their defense broken. Oh my god. This is better Flan. This is better than using Flan to bridge Harsetti. You S1'd with Zeo and Flan kicked in and pushed just Flan up, and then Flan had to go to push somebody else up, and you just prayed that they didn't have Baal and Sezon or Arunca or Ilanov on the team effing all that up. No, now you just push a button and you go and you bridge all that stuff with defense breaks. Oh my god. And not just Zeo. This can be used with so many teams. What an aggressive hero. 20% CR push. 20% CR push is like giving everybody on your team 60 speed every time this happens. This is crazy speed. Oh my god. She just became one of the best aggro units in the game. And guys, it's dual attack. Mort doesn't do shit. Oh, everybody's building Charlotte. This is I think just this sentence, just this part of a sentence is the most impactful change I've seen on the balance patch yet. And we're just straight up giving her damage dealt increases to everything else. Guys, the Charlotte battery is back. This is gonna be good. What is her base speed? It doesn't matter because it's all allies, not just her. And if you're talking about Harsetti, everybody's base speed is neutralized, and then you 20% push, you're cutting. And this isn't just a Harsetti bot, guys. It's yet another Harsetti answer, but it's not just a Harsetti answer. You can't use her with Harsetti, though? No, but you can use her against Harsetti with Zeo. Yeah, it's not Harsetti's turn when Zeo goes first. You have to dual attack. It's not that good. She gets the dual attack buff at the start of the turn. Does she not get it at the start of the turn? I swear I thought she did. At the start of the first battle, gains 60 fighting spirit and grants enhanced dual attack to the caster. She gets it. Even if you do something to cut her fighting spirit in half, that's fine. She still gets enhanced dual attack at the start of the battle. So you can just rip it. Dude, that's always the way, right, BK Prime? Whenever they come out with a skin is like the gold retirement watch to the hero that's getting ready to leave the meta. Every you say Maid Chloe, Ruel of Light, Apocalypse Ravi, Lionheart Cermia. It's always like the You did good, kid. Now get out of here. The skin is a curse, right? Whoever gets the skin, kicked out of the meta. Yeah, Spectre Tenebria was the only one who was remarkably resistant to it. Okay, so Summer Break Charlotte is freaking metal. I am so excited about my Surfer Girl. Oh my god, Lilibet, the original OG counter to Arbiter Vildred, the first unit with Extinction, and one thing you could almost guarantee is if the word Extinction appeared in a unit's kit, the unit was going to suck. It's like Smilegate felt that Extinction was so insanely overpowered that they had to make the rest of the kit awful. Good. Look at all the units that have Extinction in their kit. Almost all of them to a letter are terrible. And Lilibet was the first and the worst. So what have they done to make Lilibet actually usable? So, Strike and Slice, we're taking away the 50% chance to make them unbuffable because who cares? And we are doing a 20% increase to the caster for 2 turns and more damage. So, yeah. I just got Sez for my light ticket. Is he Pog or Dog now? Pog. Pog as hell, man. He looks so good. So giving her a little bit of self-motivation, which is good because her base speed is slow, and we're getting her to hit harder on Slice. On Snip, we are going from a chance to do 3 bleeds that nobody cared about and a 50% combat radius push to a 100% chance to dispel all buffs. Okay, so we're losing the CR push. We're losing the CR push, but we're giving her an extra turn. Dude, instead of a 50% push, she just gets an extra turn. Who cares about bleeds? Who cares about bleeds? It was just a full strip and an extra turn. So you'll be doing this, getting the extra turn. God, it's an extra turn too, guys. It's not 100% CR push. Nobody's going to be able to cut her. God, and ignore ER with a 10 soul burn. And a damage dealt increased. So you're going to go from this to strip all buffs, extra turn, ignore ER, extra turn into Soul Cutter, penetrates the target's defense. By what? By what? Penetrates the... Oh, damage dealt decreased. Okay, yeah. All these are... Okay, it's increased on the S1, but everyone else is damage dealt. Damage dealt decreased, sure, but penetrates the target's defense, guys. Penetrates the target's defense. On a unit that can crit, she's Watcher Shuri. She has 100% defense penetration. She hits every bit as hard as Watcher Shuri. So you use her with Aram, right? You use her with Ahmed. You push her up and you execute. You know what she does? You know what she does? She murders Bossarunka. She is a foil to Bossarunka. She strips all the crap off of Bossarunka, all the defense buffs that Bossarunka might have from her own buff, all the barriers she might have from taking a turn. She takes all that shit away, and then she straight up murders Bossarunka and extincts her. So she never even comes back. No Holy Sack Bossarunkas, no Hidden Rays unit, Blood Moon Haste in the back. This is a Bossarunka counter. If you can weave her into a team, she will destroy Bossarunkas. You watch. I like it. I like it. This is the same thing as who was it? The same thing as Tekron, right? It's not going to make her awesome in her own right, but it's going to let the chefs cook up solutions to huge problems. Tekron's cooking up solutions to the cockroach passive problem. I feel like Lilibet is cooking up a solution to the Bossarunka problem because holy shit, this is going to hit so hard. So hard. She might even be usable in some PvE one-shots where we were relying on Watcher Shuri. Now you can have Lilibet in there doing her thing too. Maybe. Possibly. We have to see how stupid her AI is. But, yeah, if her AI is smart, this could be nasty. I like it. I like tech picks. So Lilibet fans out there, hopefully you guys can figure out how to use it. I'm putting her in the, she is a very unique and interesting tool for your toolbox. She's not going to be a plug and play broken, just drop it in and nuke things unit, but she is built to solve a problem, or is at least one step towards solving a problem. So I really, really like this. Mui, and real quick too, for the people saying, is it worth spending a selector ticket on her? I would wait and see, because as she is now, no, she is terrible. She is one of the least usable units in the game. But if I'm right, and if combining her with a push unit, Para, or just hiding her, tanking down with her, protecting her so that she eventually gets a turn, and then she can strip, and then she can nuke, and then she can extinct. I think this solves what the biggest problem in the game right now. And we all know who the biggest problem in the game right now is, right? Say it with me, everybody. If she murders this unit, everyone's going to build her. So let's see. Let's give her a chance. Who else do we have? Mui, who should have won the art contest. Type Mui for the win in the comments section if you agree. Mui, who should have won the art contest. So we're getting rid of her 75% chance to apply target, and we're changing to a 100% chance to inflict target. So making her a little bit more reliable of a target unit. That's great. We're boosting her damage. She really, really needed it. Drives monsters forward, attacks all enemies, dispels 2 buffs. 30% per crit, so slightly more critical, or slightly more CR push for critical hit. I mean, it looks like it's only 5%, but it's per critical hit, so that's the potential to hit up to 4 enemies. So that's an additional 20% CR push. And drive monsters forward to attack all enemies, dispels 2. Okay, increases combat range caster by 25 to increase combat range. So they just made her more aggressive and gave her a little bit more damage on her S1. And made her target a little bit more reliable. God damn it, Smilegate. Why can't you let Mui be cool? Okay, it's a buff. It's a buff. All the green text is better. There's nothing that's negative. I don't think this is going to change her usability at all. Maybe some aggro cooks out there will come up with some crazy stuff centered around her. It is a lot of extra CR. It's a potential of 20% extra CR on Grand Finale. And maybe this damage boost will blow me away. And the target debuff, sure, that's nice on an S1. But it's going to have to be a stupid damage dealing buff. And I'm going to have to really underestimate the benefit of an extra 20% CR push on her S3. I'm not feeling it. I think it's a side grade. I don't think it changes anything for Mui, sadly. No, you're not going to use your selector ticket on this unit unless it's for collector purposes. And Sharoon. Okay, Sharoon. You were good for 15 minutes and then Ray got a buff. What are they doing for you now? So we're taking you up to 100% chance to inflict venom instead of 75. She was our first venom flinger before Death Dealer Ray came out. And ignore ER. Get F'd ML Aria users. It's only 10 souls. I can squeeze this off. And let's see. Increases combat race the caster by 20%. Grants a random buff. Is changed to a 25% combat race push. They like this little 5% nudging to the combat readiness. They're getting rid of the grants an extra buff and just replacing it with increases combat race of the ally except for the caster with the highest attack. Okay, so they're making her a bridge unit. You're not just 20%, 25% to yourself, but you're also 25% to the highest attack unit. Is she fast enough to run as a bridge unit? You may perish is just going to inflict 2 venoms instead of 1. Nah, it's not 2 RNG. The push to herself is RNG. But the push to the enemies is a period right here. It's an important period. This is a whole ass new sentence. This just happens. This isn't dependent on the buffs. So she's a reliable bridge. She'll be able to give a barrier to the highest attack unit, making them a little more mort-proof, I guess. And a 25% CR push to that unit, helping them bridge up. I just feel like there's other units that can do it better. "25% push at the end of every turn is pretty good." You guys are misreading the sentence. At the end of an enemy's turn, has a 5% chance to push herself. 5% per buff at the end of an enemy's turn. Enemy's turn. New sentence. At the end of the turn, as in at the end of her turn. That's when she grants the barrier on her turn. Unless they did not English well, this part happens every time an enemy takes a turn. This part happens every time she takes a turn. I think that's the way this is reading. Am I wrong on this, guys? Let me know. All this does is buff Schneal if she gets picked. True. I don't know, guys. More venoms. Yeah, it makes her better at what she does. It makes it better at what she does. It gives the potential for her to be a bridge, but I think she's too slow to be a bridge. I don't feel it. Yeah, I think Flat Mars Society is right. I think she's a sneaky last pick, but outside of that, the only reason that this is going to get people got is they're going to forget how this passive works because nobody really plays her. I don't know. Shroon lovers rise up. Maybe you guys will find ways to make it happen. All right, guys, that is the 5-star, and holy crap, my head's spinning. That was a lot. Challenger Dominial is the 4-star. Used to have the hardest hitting S1 in the game. Not anymore. So what are they doing to her? When she supercharges, when she uses her S2, from a 20% CR push to a 25% CR push, C-Dom's back, guys. She's pushing up an extra 5%. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's what she got. Rip the bunny girl. Okay, you know what? You know what's crazy about this? She already had it, and it didn't do anything. She already had it, and nobody cared. Grants increased attack to all allies for 3 turns when using Supercharge. So this is really the buff right here. Is they're adding an attack buff to her kit by moving her exclusive equipment into her baseline and letting you get an AoE attack buff off of her. So this lets you do an AoE attack, an AoE crit to push. Hey, Masghoul, thank you for the sub, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the Wulf Pack. That was your first time sub. Thank you so much, man. So the way C-Dom works is if you crit, she CR pushes up, right? So if you do an AoE crit, you basically push her to the front of the line as long as things like Abyssal Euphine or Poly aren't in play, and they always are when you pick C-Dom. But theoretical, you do just a random AoE hit, C-Dom jumps to the front of the line, she does her S3, the CR pushes up the team and gives everybody attack buff, and then she can nuke something, and then the rest of your team goes. It's a very aggro style of play, and it's a meta that died with the advent of Fire Politis, and it was heavily injured with Fire Politis, and that full-on died with the advent of Abyssal Euphine. So I don't see this changing anything with the way she's played. I'm sorry. Inferno Kawazu. Jealousy Strike. 75% chance to burn is just burns. No more chance to not burn. He just sticks the burn. When granted Vigor, increases effect chance by 25%. We don't need to say that anymore because it's just going to happen. And ignores effect. And oh my god. He just ignores ER. Just ignores. He's just going to burn. The Burninator is going to burn even harder. Welcome to the cookout, everybody. This is one of your best answers to get rid of those pesky cockroach passive units. You want to absolutely destroy what's her name? Spirit Eye Celine. He can take it down, but a little tough to use. We're moving his Ignore ER off of his EE and giving him one additional burn. That's a shit ton of burns. Holy shit. Guaranteed 1, guaranteed 2. Oh wait, this is his S1. Oh wait, this is Jealous Strike. Hang on. I gotta go look at his kit. Hang on. He's one of those units who is insane in the right place. Where the fuck are you? Ricardo. You're an ML. Why'd you make me think you were a fire unit? Okay, it is his S1. It's not his S3. It's just his S1. You can soul burn it for extra hits, right? So they don't mention it here, but his S1 grants an extra turn when you soul burn. So it's a 100% chance. The problem is cycling off your own vigor, though. You don't want to cycle off your vigor. It just makes him better, guys. It's fine. This is fine. It'll let him blow things up in RT a little bit better. What's his passive cooldown? 2 turns. But yeah, you have to eat an AoE. You could keep soul burning his S1 till you piss off one Seaside Bologna, make her AoE and re-vigor. Yeah, it just removes the RNG from him. I mean, it's good. It's fine. It's not going to change where he's used. He's still going to be used in all the places he's used before, but it's not going to make people use him any place he wasn't used before. It's a quality. Yeah, it's a quality of life. Why not? That's a good way to put it. So solid. These are the scheduled balance adjustments. So remember this. We will closely monitor all feedback from our players across various channels, and by that they mean Stove and only Stove. We are grateful to be a part of your Epic 7 journey. We will continue doing our best to improve our heroes so that every character can find a place in your heart. Things can change. We will closely monitor feedback is their way of saying if people come up and say, this is ass, don't do this, it'll ruin the character. Or if people say this doesn't go far enough, we need more, they'll consider it. It's happened before. It's not often, but it happens. But this is a good balance patch. Now let's talk about how good. And by good, I mean heckin' good. So let's see. Here to here. To here. So how we feeling about this? So we had Specimen Sez. We had who all's on this list? Baal, Conqueror, Cermia. Pavel, Luluca, Eda. Flan, Charlotte, Mui, Lilibet. Mui looks so sad about her balance patch changes. Sharoon, Sedom, and Kawazu. That's all of them, right, guys? Okay, guys, let's talk about it a little bit. How do we feel about this balance patch? Because this balance patch is going to impact whether or not people are using their selector tickets on some of these RGBs, what they're going to chase for their headhunts. It's kind of important. So what have we got here? Now, we looked at first obstacle grab out of the gate. Baal's most damn broken thing I think I've ever seen. Baal is now first pickable, and you have got to ban him, or I don't even know how you can deal with this guy. Holy crap, he is strong. My head's spinning. I can't even figure out how to stop a guy who puts your whole ass team to sleep, murders one of the slept units, and when that slept unit is murdered, everyone else stays to sleep for 2 turns. Holy shit. And he's a mage. He can wear book. He can wear Abyssal Crown. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, you're going to have to use things like Sharoon, Designer Lilibet, things to try to come back from it. But really, just if picking a unit forces you to pick a unit you didn't want to use, that's a broken unit. If you have Baal, dust him off, guys. You don't want dusty balls in your kit. You're going to be using this guy like crazy. Specimen Sez. How we feeling about Specimen Sez? I think the changes to Spez might make him good.
With Lilia's brand new buff, is DDR still the best choice? Or Moonlight Blessing too?
Playstyle dependent. Playstyle dependent. I think she's going to be right up there with DDR. I think you might find more uses for her than you'll find with DDR in a modern meta. DDR is getting harder and harder to play. So Specimen Sez, guys. Specimen Sez, the thing that people are forgetting about, and the thing I think everybody's going to say in the comment of this video is, well, people will just kill him. Then build him with like 25k health and 1700 defense. You can do that because you don't need damage stats on him. If something is stunned, it will die when he gets handsy with them. And if it's stunned and it will die, regardless of your damage stats, then why not just put a lot of bulk and speed on him? Why not just make him... I think that maybe I'm overhyping him a bit. I'm definitely putting him further down the line here, but I think he's definitely here, but I think he might be here, guys. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, he's got self-attack up now. Conqueror Lilius. We made Conqueror Lilius every bit as good as Sea Phantom Politis, except Sea Phantom Politis still has the resource reduction, which is what I think really makes Sea Politis an S tier unit. I still think Conqueror Lilius is lagging a little behind her. I think she's going to have really good uses in Lunatic Draft Mode, and she's going to have some really good tech changes when pairing her with units like Argent Waves Hua Young. I mean, the buff to Conqueror Lilius is a direct buff to Argent Waves Hua Young. Yeah, and CPP also has stealth. There's just a lot of things that make CPP objectively better, but in places where you need vigor, like the guy just got the vigor buff, you're going to see her be a lot more pickable. But I think she's just that. She's a tech pick. You're probably going to slam her based with a plan. You're picking her with a plan. Same thing with Tekron. Tekron, it looks like his job is to reach behind Bossarunka and blow up the squishies and to deal with cockroach passive units. His fisting now goes right into Flan, right through her evasion. She can't dodge his fistings. And I don't know if she can handle it. I don't know if she is ready to take what Kayron is ready to dish out here. Yeah. So, people who are worried about cockroach passive units, like Spirit Isoline, like Afternoon Soak Flan, like any evasion unit that's low health. The biggest issue he has is Fallen Cecilia slowing down. Yeah, Tori. Fallen Cecilia slowing down the pop damage, because it is pop damage, so she should cut that in half. But Ilanov exists. Ilanov doesn't slow down pop damage. He slows down penetration. He doesn't care about Ilanov. But he's a tech pick. He's not a mainstay. You're going to use him into certain situations. Same with Lilibet. I really think people who are poo-pooing on the Lilibet change might be missing the fact that she now has the ability to penetrate every bit as hard as Watcher Shuri, and gets an extra turn that has a strip, which means she can take away the defense buff, take away the barrier, take away all the stuff that makes it hard to kill Designer or to kill Bossarunka, and maybe has enough juice to one-shot Bossarunka. Have to see how the damage decrease impacts her in relation to the penetration, but if she dishes out the way I think she's going to dish out, run her with a ROM. Or Aram, or however you say that damn name. Run her with Aram and push a little bit to the front, kill Bossarunka, ruin lives. Right? How good are most Bossarunka teams when Bossarunka is gone? So I think this is pretty good. I think this is I think she's going to be a nice solid tech pick. I want Commander Pavel to be good. But all we're doing is boosting up his damage, and that does make him better, but he still has the same problems he had before. He's got that extra CR push, and that's great, but he still has the same problems he had before. So I don't know. If the damage is enough, if the damage increase is enough for him to overcome the loss of the penetration, then we move him up a tier. But we got a lot of these are wait and sees. She could come down and he could go up. It just depends on what the damage numbers look like, what the changes to their damages do, and if it's enough to really make them relevant. Top model Luluca. I'm just putting her down here. I know. No. Okay, top model, it's so weird. Her S1 change makes 0 sense to me. And her S2 change, her S3 change, her nuke change, it only works when the speed is half of the enemy. It means she is unusable unless the enemy is half her speed, which means she is unusable unless you've got a slow debuff or a speed buff, or both. If you've got that, then suddenly she'll nuke. It's going to make her cleave even better. But her style cleave's hard to run. She's very, very hard to build. I'm just keeping her down here until we'll see. I think there are certain people 150 speed needs, she means 300, unless she's got a speed buff. Then she's 390 speed effectively, unless they got slow. Then if you've got speed buff or they've got slow, you only need about 190, 195 speed on the enemy to get full. And if you got both, you're in the mid 200s for her to nuke. So it's good, right? But it takes some setup. It takes a lot of setup for a unit that's already hard to build and a unit that already has a lot of counters. So I don't know. I think the top model Luluca cleavers will be like, hell yeah, but I don't like the amount of setup she takes, and her S1 skill makes no sense to me. No sense at all. CDOM's change is just bad. You know what? Made it worse is not fair. Nobody got made worse. CDOM's was better, but it's not really going to change her usefulness. He is still going to be using the exact same places, just a quality of life change, just makes him objectively better. I don't see any world where Sharoon is having any impact on this at all, unless you can build a really, really fast Sharoon and you can theoretically bridge with her when she takes a turn. You know, your attack unit does its stuff, Sharoon takes a turn, and then your attack unit jumps down 25% CR. It just all feels kind of like not enough. And Flan is better, but she's got the same problem she had before. She's not super fast, and if you make her super fast, you still have to deal with the fact that immunity is a thing, and she's got no strip. So the fact that she now applies defense breaks, who cares? They got immunity, nothing works. The fact that she rolls back and reduces skill cooldowns, you know what? That doesn't go through immunity either, and with no strip on any of her skills, it just makes her so hard to use. Nobody's going to pick a unit and just go, I sure hope they aren't wearing immunity set. It's not enough. Not enough for my girl Flan. Summer Break Charlotte is right up here next to Sage Ball for the top spot for the most impactful change on the list. She is going to shit down the throat of Harsetti, and I love it. We've got a unit who now you can S1 with Zeo. Oh my god, I just realized you could put 100% crit on Zeo. You could put 100% crit on Zeo. S1 with Zeo, doing a crit, activating Sharklet, doing a crit, activating Commander Pavel, blowing up the enemy, pushing Commander Pavel up, nuking somebody. Woo! There's some really neat synergies hidden inside this change, guys. That's crazy. And Festive Eda is a solid tech pick in the sense that she is a tech unit. She is hard to use. I think her change was somewhat of a side grade, but it made her kit a little easier to understand, made the flow of skills into skills a little bit more intuitive, and I think it's going to open her up to more people to use her. She was always a strong unit, and now she is a more understandable strong unit. I think she's fine. She's a good solid pick. Yeah, the HP scaling on her S2 is pretty impressive too. Mui. I'm sorry, Mui. They made you slightly better in every way except usability. You should have gotten a skin. You deserved a better buff. Mui deserved better than this. Guys, look how sad that Mui is. Look at that face. Look at that face, guys. She is sad. I need to peek at Lionheart Cermia again. It was such a simple change. That's right, it was the immunity. And last is Lionheart Cermia, the redheads. We do it for the redheads, guys. Where does Lionheart Cermia fall? So here's the thing about Lionheart Cermia. Her buff was one of the simplest buffs out there. All they did was get rid of her buff's ER and changed it to gives her immunity. So you no longer need to have immunity set on her, which made her harder to build, or have an immunity spammer on her. You didn't have to worry about all those ignore ER guys. You know, you can say, you know what, I'm not. If you were an ER Cermia builder, you're probably in shambles from this change, but a 3-turn defense break and a 3-turn immunity means she keeps that defense break longer. She has less downtime. But the most important thing is they changed her from a Pisces to an Aries. And I'm not going to break down what all of that means, but all that means is every single one of her stats got better, except for effect resistance, which dropped by 30%. So that's huge. That's huge. Did I miss the combat readiness? Oh, yeah. And giving her 30% more CR push for a 50% CR push on her transform is going to let you build her slower. You no longer have to build her really, really fast to try to cut. A 50% CR push means you can greatly reduces her gear cost. So think about this, right? Her Zodiac made her stats higher. Her CR pushing means you can build her slower, which means you can put your stats higher. Yeah, Loki's saying it. You only need about 150 base speed on her now to cut what you need to cut. So you can build a much more nuclear redhead who's going to do a lot more. And even you ER spammers out there like, I'm losing my ER. You're gaining so many more stats. You can make it up. You can put that ER. If you're hell bent on an ER Cermia, you can still play that. You got plenty of extra gear score to work with. 30% CR push is like 60 to 7, no, 7, about 75 to 80 speed worth. I mean, it's like 150 gear score being given to you just on that CR push. So, yeah, you'll be able to get your ER back on if you want her. But, yeah. Does it make her a new meta unit? I don't think so. But it's going to make her a very, very strong unit. I'm hovering her right here. I think she's definitely going to be a solid tech pick. Because remember, you have to pick her into dual attacks. Hello! And extra attacks and counter attacks. So, the thing that makes Cermia so good is the existence of Charlotte. So, guys, look at this. Look at the made worse column. There's nothing in it. This is a banger balance patch, guys. Epic 7 out of 7 on the balance patch. They cooked. I think they might have gone a little too far on Charlotte and Baal, but we'll have to see. The patch change is going to happen on the 6th. Anything can change between here and there, but usually doesn't. But anything can. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Guys, I really like the Lilibet change. I think the Lilibet change is a solid way to give us a potential tool to handle Bossarunkas. I'm going to get blowback on this. Some people are going to go up my ass about top model, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm not seeing what she is used for. I like my hat too, Monkey Soul. Thank you. It's summer, so I can wear it with goggles. For real though, guys, this unit, and this unit, these are the only units that you can use the selector to pick from, and you aren't going to use your selector on any of these units. Potentially this unit, but remember, she's not a woman all to her own. She is a unit who's going to need support. You're going to have to run her with Amid. You're going to have to run her with Aram. You're going to have to run her with Alots. Any of the A-hole units. You're going to have to run her with a unit that can CR push up, or you're going to have to protect the hell out of her so that once Bonsaruka goes, then she can come in, S2 strip, S3 nuke, and then you can continue with the fight. But she's a fragile little flower and hard to keep her alive. So yeah, maybe. Not a new player friendly unit, right? She's one that it's going to take an understanding of unit synergies and interactions to make her work. You're going to have to think about how to make it work. Anti-pen you guys are acting like you guys are acting like 100% chance to sleep the entire enemy team and still do some damage, and if it doesn't kill, you're still all freaking slept. It's not a big deal. The kill shot was just freaking icing on the cake to extend the sleep 2 extra turns. Yeah, he's anti-cleave. Yeah, but cleave is freaking meta. Have you played RTA recently? 80% of the fights are cleave, and the other 20% are Bossarunka tank downs. And with a spattering of Harsetti here and there now that some people are letting Harsetti off the chain. And look at this. Anti-cleave, anti-tank down, anti-Harsetti. Dude. The only thing that sucks about this. It's the only thing that sucks. What's the build for Baal? 260 plus speed, more HP, and HP and effectiveness. Is my Baal still built? He's okay. Nothing to write home about. He's wearing purple gear. The goggles make it heavy. Baal can get Zeo'd in Lidica. You don't take Baal into Zeo and Lidica. We're not trying to make a new Harsetti here. We're not trying to make a new ML Luna here. We're not trying to unbalance the game. I think I don't know, Loki. I think you're underestimating him. He is already a hard counter to most cleaves, especially Ahmed cleave, which is a big, big deal right now. He's a hard counter. I know when you and me are Ahmed cleaving, those sons of bitches would pick Baal, I'd flip my freaking table. And now he's even stronger. I don't know, man. I think you might be underestimating him a little bit, but we'll see, right? It's all mental masturbation until the testing comes out and we see, right? We all thought Tenebria was going to end the fucking world, and now she's just strong. She's like A tier strong. She's not like the S tier freaking Harsetti monstrosity we expect her to be. She's just very, very strong. So, you know, we a lot of us thought Karena was garbage when we first saw her kit, and she ruled the meta for almost a year. So yeah, it's how's he counter cleave? Every time somebody takes a turn, his CR pushes up 20%. So you run him fast, and then you use your Ahmed, and then she gets an extra turn, and then Baal cuts in front of her and sleeps your entire team, puts your entire team to sleep. And cleave is very sensitive to disruption. Aggro is a little less sensitive. Aggro, you can kind of roll with the punches a little bit, but cleave, if one thing doesn't go the way you planned, the whole thing is fuckered up. So when somebody says anti-cleave, what they really mean is something to disrupt what they're trying to do. Because as long as you can break one link in the chain, the whole thing falls apart. The whole house of card falls down. Yeah, cleave is dead. Baal got a buff, so cleave is now dead. Tell your friends. Just ungear your anti-cleave units. You're not going to need them anymore because Baal's going to make no one ever play cleave again, and everybody's changing the tank down. So definitely, everybody take all of your cleave gear off, except me. It'll be fine. Trust. Yeah, remember, it's not just the enemy taking turns, anybody taking a turn. Your team, their team, anybody takes a turn, Baal pushes up. It's wild. Oh, you want to see the Stove comments? Let's go see what Stove has to say. They're always the bastion of calm and reserved intellectual thoughts. Okay. The first comment says something about Operator Sigrid. I'm blown away. Hey, Patch Guy here. Oh, Valky. Spez literally got everything he needs to be a real boy. Yeah, Spez is crazy. Sageball, potentially the most broken buff in the patch since he wants ER for cleave. Okay, so far, me and Valky are on the same page. Conqueror Lilius, Lidica plus... Who's RW? Who's our... Oh, Lytica on renewed will. Okay, okay. I was like, who's this? Requiem Wowana? Conqueror Lilius plus Lytica shows us that fast units can boost CR is illegal. This one has more strategic variety to it too. Yep. So I think he agrees with me here. Tech pick, right? You'll use her to do ugly things, and yeah, solid tech pick unit. Okay, so far so good. Lion, 3 turn immunity plus 50% CR is very OP. Base stats worse though. Are her base stats worse? I thought her base stats were better in every way except ER. I thought Ares had better base stats for her. That Pisces has some crap base stats. Less defense. It's worse for defense. 70 speed. Okay, so she's faster. 5 speed faster. 60 defense slower. 600 more HP. Dude, it's better across the board. Except for a little bit less defense, a little bit less ER. The Pavel, now only slightly worse than MLJU. Yep. That's kind of what I felt, right? Kayron, bunch of quality of life that complement his kit. Good in E7 World C where his card counters are banned. Top model Luluca, better at bullying turtles. Sure. Flan, S3 can't strip, so doesn't matter. Exactly. What we say, guys, no strip, so who cares if she rolls back skills? Who cares if she defense breaks? Immunity is a thing. You can't stop immunity. Okay, so attack, who cares? Better HP. Slightly less to 30. It's only like 30 less defense, not 60, guys. So 5% defense reduction. 5 more speed is huge. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I'll take the 5 speed and the 300. I'll take the 5 speed and the 600 health over the 30 defense. Yeah, I'm actually very okay with this. Charlotte, not only slightly worse than Flan, I think he's missing the plot over this girl being a Harsetti counter. I think anybody that picks Harsetti on 3, you slam Charlotte on 3. Oh, sorry, not Charlotte. You slam Zeo on 3. You get Charlotte and Flan in there. I don't know. I think especially for Guild Wars and Arena, I think he's underestimating this. Combined with her damage, combined with her defense break. It's only a counter with Zeo though. Is it though? Is it though, Loki? Isn't your very next unit to go? I guess if all 3 of your units are after, and we do need another Zeo unit, if all 3 of your units are after, then you can have your very next unit S1. No, yeah. You could, okay, so Harsetti goes first, does all the shit, then your very next unit goes and pushes your whole team ahead of Harsetti. Now, given speed is kind of neutralized, so all your units could go last. But if any one of your units go, whichever one of your units goes, it'll push up after Harsetti goes. Why wrong? You can't strip her buff. It's a unstrippable buff. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread you out of order there, Valkyrie. I don't know. Maybe it would have been more fair to put her here. I think it would have been, yeah, guys. Now that I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about it, I think it's more fair to put her here. I got very excited about Charlotte because Charlotte is a destructive Harsetti counter, but only if you have Zeo and only if you're fighting against Harsetti. Now, I do think she'll be very good in other places too. A 20% CR bridge unit. I think you can use her with things that aren't Harsetti, right? You can use her with Conqueror Lilius, S3, S1, 20% CR push up your whole team. It's very good for aggro stacking, defense, AoE defense break, and damage. Coming off this unit, CR pushing your team, you can bridge with a fast unit that's got a 2-turn opening skill, an opening skill plus a hit. I think she's more than just anti-Harsetti, but she is very anti-Harsetti with Zeo. I'm back and forth, guys, but I do think it's fair to leave her in the solid pick. Wise says in the meta tier, did you read his kit? Did you read his changes, Loki? You're kidding, right? Lilibet, great if you have a 330 Oxlots, but so is everyone else. Again, I think Lilibet's tech pick is, I think she's going to be able to murder Bossarunkas, but we'll have to wait and see. Who let little bro into the lab? True, not much of a change. Buffs are good, but popular knows no crit. Ricardo bypass ER, Vigor Break. Yeah, everything else is kind of eh. So these changes are kicking in on the 6th, which means they are going to impact the World Cup. Woo. It has been 7 years, man. Can you buff this? Oh, you did not just call Luna useless. Nice fan art, by the way. I'm going to be real. You could remove the Mui. Yeah, the Mui buff's just a waste of a buff slot. But they could have also put Operator Sigrid in there and given her a waste of a buff slot when we really want her to have a good one. So if they're going to waste a bad buff on somebody, I guess I'm glad it was Mui, not OpSig. I can't believe nobody's complaining about Operator Sigrid. Oh, there it is. All right, guys, that's your comments. Lilibet, he is 100% wrong. She full strips with soul burn, ignores effect res on 10 souls. Kraut already exists into an extra turn, 100% pen that can crit. You only need to push her. Yeah. Her only Achilles heel is going to be anti crit or anti pen. Sorry, well, anti pen and anti crit. Don't buff OpSig till I actually have her. Guys, you excited? You looking forward to the buff? I think it's pretty cool. You know how hard it is to start with the water spout and just hope somebody runs into it so you can get some points? Oh, he ran into it. Bananas are nice. More bananas. Not the bees. Not the bees. More water spouts. Cat paw. You always want to get the combined weapons in soon before you run out of slots. Ooh, we are in, guys. We got the stick. Better stick. Water spout 2 speakers, disagree. Stick best build ever. You get the stick, you just win. Because the stick combines with the rollerblades, that makes you super fast. Stick and bananas are good boss busters too. Okay. Do we want tubes or speakers? I don't think we need the speakers because we got the stick for good up close. So this gives us some good range defense. We'll go with speakers. I mean with tubes. Sorry, with tubes. Tubes, I think also what powers up tubes also powers up the water spout. So it's good synergy there. More sticks. What is it? The energy drink, I think, that works on the tubes. We need to find an energy drink. Roller skates, even faster. More bananas for Aram. I think she can take 2 bananas now. I'm going to book for more XP. But we got to save that last spot to upgrade our fuck, what do you call it? Upgrade our tubes. Okay, we'll go with stick. You heard what you wanted to hear, ProCube. Bigger stick. More bananas. Come on, ARM. You can take 4 bananas at once. I know you can do it. Just relax. Breathe. Let's go. Give me that magnet. The volleyball is insane when it's upgraded. Turns to that rubber ball. That thing's huge. Water spouts. Come on. Where's the energy drinks? Better water spouts. Come on. Where's my energy drinks? Boxing gloves are the best for water spouts. I don't want to buff the water spouts. I want to upgrade the water spouts. And you see I only have 1 upgrade spot left. In the upper left-hand corner there, there's only 1 more room for sub-weapons. So if I don't get the energy drink, I'll never get the pool floaties of death or the water spouts, the tornado water spouts. And, okay, wait, we can keep doing the book. More XP. Oh, shit, I'm not paying attention. We're just going to die here. How embarrassing. You could sure use a healing potion or a magnet right about now, people. More tubes. I missed the magnet somehow. Energy drink. See this here? Combined weapons. You always want to look for these combined weapons. That's what does it for you. Man, all of that magnet and there was not a single healing potion in all of that. Gotta let the water spouts do their job here. By the way, if you're ever in trouble, it's a little bit of a cheat code. Just run the corners. Yipes. Yikes. Oh! Please be a potion in here somewhere. Oh my god, there was a potion. Thank god. There's one in there somewhere. The speaker didn't have good synergy for my sub-weapons. Okay, cat paw. More pool floaties. Ah! Things ran right through me. Giga pool floaties. We've gotten like jack of all trades, master of none. We have not gotten a single super weapon yet. I've never seen all of my weapons maxed out and not a single super before. Oh! Boo. Yay, built-in magnetism. That's huge. Ew, no. Yeah. Okay, this time we're getting the sword. I guess the bees. Need a little AoE to work with the sword. More bees. And speakers. Okay, we got AoE, we got local, and we got directional. Guess we're getting water spouts. No good synergy on any of these weapons, but it is what it is. More stick. As long as we get the sword, that's all we matter. Is Aaron Banner gone before we get all the free event bookmarks? I believe so. Still no ML from the dash. Oh, I gotta go do those pulls. Where are my roller skates? Black hole's nice, being able to pull the loot in from far away. Don't need a magnet, I am the magnet. More bees. Max speakers or improved I guess let's go for max speakers. Water spouts. Better water spout, sure. Need to save that last spot for the roller skates, though, or we aren't going to get our sword. B. Coal. What's the speaker upgrade do? Turns into giant blasting speakers. We're on our way to getting it. We just need 2 more. Haven't gotten a single damn roller skate, though. First roller skate. Hell yeah. And I'm just running into every single thing that'll hurt me. There you go. This is the maximum speakers. Here's the amps. Oh, I got the wasps too. The wasps drop these big purple toxic clouds that enemy gets killed if they step on. It's like Legos. Guess more XP. Where's my roller skates? Hey, we got a roller skate. We just need 3 freaking more of them. Excuse me. All right, level 3 roller skates. The books, by the way, are XP boosters, so they make you level up even faster, so you can get your upgrades faster. Don't sleep on the books. Should always pick those up if you're wanting to go for special weapons. For fuck's sake, where is our roller skates? We're going to wind up getting the sword in the last few seconds of the fight. Yep. That's the way it's going to be, isn't it? I don't think I've ever had a max book before. Yo! Oops. Damn, she can get even faster? No. 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 Beach ball's nice, but no. I said no. Oh, give me the stick. Thank you. They should just let you select your starting weapon. So you don't have to reset. Oh, the exploding clamshell suck ass, though. With the energy bar, I guess. Bananas, sure. Tubes. Max clam slaps? No. No, they really don't. It's not that they're bad, it's just that they're not as good as, like, pretty much anything else. The speakers don't really work with what I'm doing. I've already got the tubes. I think we'll pass on the speakers. I'd rather have the water spout or the volleyball, so I got some far-reaching range. Okay. Okay, so I can go with the cat paw, but then okay, so I can only choose 2 of those weapons to upgrade because I don't have synergy here. So we can go with the cat paw for the bananas, or we can go with the Lego blocks. I guess we're going with the cat paw. All these suck. Unfortunate. So we're never upgrading to the pool floaties of death. Spear's alright. Sue loved the spear. I didn't like it that much. No reason to upgrade these. I guess it's better than nothing, though. Get 3 floaties out there. Roller skates. I just got a dupe ML5. More coins for me. Who'd you get, BK? Ooh. Beach ball. Sword, sword, sword. Designer Lilibet, who I already have maxed out. Yeah, no reason for 2 of those. You could use her to imprint Green Lilibet, who obviously is going to be the most broken thing ever after the bounce patch, right? Please don't do that. Okay, I gotta stop farting around, pay more attention. Okay, we need 1 more sword, I think. I need 1 more after this. I think we should work on our banana. Okay, guys, we got it. We got the sword. Vroom. We all Jedis now. Sure, more volleyballs. More bananas. Sword's a little OP, don't you think, guys? The only bad thing about the sword, it doesn't do a lot to the bosses, so you gotta make sure you have some secondary weapons to deal with the bosses. Like the beach balls and the bananas. Did somebody say the sword was the worst weapon? Wild. It feels pretty awful at the start, but holy shit, it's powerful. Once you get it skilled up. General rule of thumb of these kind of games is if it feels terrible at the start, it's going to be OP as hell at the end. Clams destroy bosses, but they're directional and they don't do much to anything else. You want the random weapons, the beach balls, the bananas, the water spouts, those destroy the bosses, and you don't have to get anywhere near the bosses. Then you just grab a magnet and heal up. Look at these beach balls. And the bananas. The bosses don't stand a chance. What you need is wave clearing mobs because it starts to get so crowded that you can't stay ahead of the mobs. Sure, more tubes. Why not? Kind of playing on easy mode now. Got a lot of perimeter defense and good directional attack. My favorite defense, or my favorite offense. Slamming them with balls and bananas. So I don't have to worry about the boss at all. The balls and bananas are taking care of them for me. Water spouts would be a little bit better, but we take what we get. Max floaties. Cat's paw. We need the titanium bananas. Those things are great boss busters. One more cat paw. Oh, we didn't get the cat paw. Disappointing. Just the energy bar. Yo, he almost ran right into me. More bosses have spawned. Great. Great. Now we get the titanium banana with 8 seconds left on the board. Oh, that's so rude. That's so rude. That's what I get for abandoning the sides. 188. I'm going to do this later. I'm a little bored with it. I want to go summon. I want to get my 5-star. I want to get my ML5. I'm due. Everybody else to show me their ML5s. But where are my ML5s? Today's my day. It's Tristen's day. Let's go. One of the best ML3s in the game. Here we go. Meowvelous. Tossle again. Oh my god. Is it not like this? Come on, come on, come on. Show it to me. Show it to me. We got Girl Rylet. Oh well. It is what it is. Maybe we get a little something something over here. Maybe this is where our ML5 was hidden. Last time it was just blue like this, and then out popped a ROM, so maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's no, it's just 10 blues. Man, other games when you do 10 summon, they guarantee a purple unit. Yes, yes, Bad Cat Armin is Meowvelous. brother. It's a rough day out here in the Epic 7 trenches. You know what? We'll force a 5-star. We're going to force a 5-star. Let's go. Show me Wind Rider. Wind Rider would be great. Or Holy Sacrifice. That would be even better. Or, oh, it's been a great stream, everybody. Appreciate you all being here and helping bring the hype. Taking some of the sting out of this Friday. All right, guys. Nobody tell me it's good on strays. Nobody even say it. Don't even say it. All right. I'm going to go put the bounce patch into video form, work on about 10,000 other things I got to do. We'll be streaming tonight. Myself and probably Divine will be going over the World Cup. So make sure you tune in tonight to see some insane lunatic level fights. In the meantime, let's find a fun place to drop you fine people off at while I go finish off my daily work. Everybody, let's all go congratulate Biako, who just today, got accepted into the content creator program. He is super excited about it. So go show him some love, give the guy a follow. And if you need some profile art done, shoot him a DM. He does really good work on the profile cards. He did mine. Pretty cool, huh? Looks just like me. All right, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the hype. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the subs. And I will catch you guys later tonight. Have a good one, everybody. Lockery, stop it.
Come on, Arya.